are you going with this, Mark?
I'm disappointed in some respects.
I think you're going to have a pretty hard time figuring out how to get to scale.
Melissa Bartow is here to pitch her date-based flavored spreads to the Sharks. She founded WannaDate, a business that creates date spreads as an alternative to nut butter and cauliflower. This young entrepreneur sounded very enthusiastic as she talked about going on various dates, which she finally clarified that she meant the fruit. She is seeking $100,000 for 20% equity in her business. The spreads were low-calorie, vegan, oil-free, no added sugars, and are cholesterol-free. She presents the Sharks with a tray of date-flavored food, which receives positive responses from them. Melissa explained that the date spreads came in different flavors, such as chocolate, vanilla, as well as cinnamon and pumpkin flavors. Melissa declared her numbers in sales. She had made $31,000 in 10 months, mostly through wholesale, events, and her social media page, and a jar that sold for $12. She also mentioned that her father had helped her in putting the business together. Damon John was the first to drop out because he feared that as a new product, people wouldn't purchase it if there was no one to convince them. Lori Greiner followed Damon, revealing that the company was not established for her to invest in. Next was Barbara Corcoran, who mentioned the fact that Melissa was not motivated enough as she had been helped by her father, so she stepped out. Melissa vehemently countered that she was not going to quit and intended to return every penny she had received from her father. At this juncture, Melissa got emotional, defending herself against Barbara's comments.
First time I've ever had to, and I'm going to pay him every single penny back. That's why I work hard every day.
Kevin O'Leary felt it was too early for the business to be valued at $500,000, and so he backed out. Mark had an issue with the flavors and wanted to know if she would be willing to do plain date flavors, which Melissa agreed to. Mark made an offer of $100,000, but for 33% stake, and they shook hands on the deal.
Ta-da!
Thank you, Mark.
Smart move, Melissa. Smart move.
WannaDate has been doing quite well after Shark Tank and has reached $5 million in sales since appearing on Shark Tank with a $2 million valuation. Over the years, new flavors have been added, like cookie and original. The latter is likely Mark Cuban's favorite. Also, the pandemic inspired Melissa to make a new product called WannaDate Dough, which comes in chocolate brownie, birthday cake, and snickerdoodle. Although it took time to scale, the products are now available on Walmart, Kroger, Amazon, and their consumer website for $12 and $14 for a jar and dough, respectively. Here are Rob Mooney and Mike Grice to pitch their company, Boost Energy. Oxygen is the most important element for the heart, brain, and lungs to function. So this duo came up with an idea to make compressed oxygen readily available. Boost Oxygen is a non-medical grade oxygen, but is suitable for recreational use while exercising, training, or mountain climbing. Rob and Mike are in Shark Tank to seek $1 million in exchange for 5% equity in their company to enable them to expand their retail market, which amused the Sharks. The demand for oxygen bars has increased in recent time. Boost Oxygen has produced oxygen in cans of various sizes that can be used in homes and have a 95% market share in the U.S. A little demonstration was done with each shark inhaling from an oxygen can. As for their numbers, it was a top-selling brand as they have made $6.4 million in sales with $705,000 in profit as of 2018. The oxygen cans were in 3 sizes and retailed for $14.99, $9.99, and $7.99. While the cost of manufacturing a can was $2.50. Shark Rowan Oza is concerned about the educational aspect of the product. Hence, he stepped out. Barbara Corcoran shared that her husband has used the product before, but was not willing to invest. Lori Greiner also dropped out, as she wasn't a fan of the product. Mark Cuban felt there was nothing special about the product, so he opted out. Lastly, Kevin offered a loan of $1 million for 9% interest, plus a 7.5% stake, which was countered by Rob and Mike. Eventually, they made a deal for a $1 million loan and 7.5% interest plus 6.25% equity. Report has it that Boost Oxygen continues to grow after Shark Tank, making $15 million in sales. They have expanded their retail business from 4,000 stores to 8,000 stores in the U.S., and their Also, products are found on Amazon, Walmart, to have made $50 million in sales in 2023, and Dick's Sporting Goods. Yoon-Ha Kim is here to pitch her wellness and meditation app, Simple Habit, to the Sharks, with the hope of getting $600,000 for 5% equity in her company. Yoon-Ha explained that the meditation app is downloadable on mobile devices and has a free and premium version. Users are charged monthly or yearly to access the premium version. The app had a collection of mindfulness teachers across the world, which was uncommon with other meditation apps. She did a demonstration to show how the app worked. In revenue, Yoon-Ha declared the business had raked in $750,000 in the first year, which amazed the Sharks, but they were set to do $5 million in the following year. Additionally, there were 5,000 subscribers on the meditation app with over 500,000 users, and they had raised $2.8 million with $2.3 million still in the bank. The $600,000 being sought would be used to scale user acquisition by partnering with influencers and celebrities to market the business. Yoon-Ha specifically mentioned she'd love to work with guest shark Richard Branson because he was into the wellness business. At this point, Mark Cuban called her a gold digger and dropped out. Daymond John was next to pull out as he showed his distaste of investing into a business that already had enough money. Lori also dropped out, stating that Yoon-Ha didn't need more money, but she would be a customer. Due to the $12 million valuation on the business, Richard Branson made an offer of $300,000 for 10% equity and was seconded by Robert Herjavec, totaling $600,000 for 20% equity. But his continued pestering led to chaos in the tank as Richard threw water at him and he reciprocated. However, Yoon-Ha countered with $600,000 for 6%, which Robert countered for 15%. Yoon-Ha refused, forcing Richard and Robert to drop out. She left without a deal.
I think you're being a little short-sighted. I'm out.
Simple Habit has remained strong after appearing on Shark Tank with a net worth of over $10 million and is available on mobile app stores. Report revealed that Simple Habit was sold to Ingenio, the spiritual wellness marketplace company, in March 2023. Founder Yoon-Ha Kim has long found another interest. In 2018, Simple Habit received the Google Play Award for Best Well-Being App. The company has an estimated annual revenue of $34 million. Havenlock is an innovative smart door lock company. The CEO of Havenlock, Alex Bertelli, and COO Clay Banks were in Shark Tank to pitch their business. The ex-military officer and his partner were in the tank to seek $500,000 for 6% equity in their company. They gave an entertaining demonstration of the smart lock products for households, schools, hospitals, and others. The mechanical lock cost about $67 to manufacture, and it was sold for $179 on their website, whilst the smart lock was sold for $349 and has a product margin of 55%. In revenue, the entrepreneurs had just reached $250,000 gross revenue with sales coming from the business website. The company had also raised $1.5 million with a debt of $500,000 in cash. Kevin O'Leary was the first to drop out, stating their figures were not convincing. Barbara Corcoran and Mark Cuban also dropped out for the same reason. Lori Greiner believed the company was too early to be seeking such an investment, so she opted out. Alex and Clay were left with Daymond John, who contemplated making an offer, but he felt the offer would not be fair to the entrepreneurs. Hence, he dropped out.
I need you to be a little selfish for yourself. So I'm not going to give you an offer. I'm out.
Thank you, David.
Research reveals that Havenlock has continued to grow since their appearance in Shark Tank. The smart lock products are listed only on the company's website. A little adjustment to the company name was made. It's now called Haven Lockdown. The owners partnered with pest control company Terminix to sell the products directly to consumers. They have also continued to do deals with schools across America to help with classroom lockdowns. In 2023, they received a Safety Act designation from the Department of Homeland Security.